Day 2 Chronicles of a Piper dug on a roof. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The few inches of snow and then a quarter inch of ice and then half a foot of more snow and then another quarter inch of ice just makes it that much more fun, because you got to break the ice bank along the bottom to get this stuff off the roof. Yeah, man, when you start pushing this stuff around, you start to understand how much weight was up here. I'd far rather know it's not up here than just cross my fingers and hope that the roof doesn't collapse. Yeah, pretty sure it won't collapse, but I'd rather just be sure. And yeah, the black tin should work, if not for the fact that we've hardly seen the sun on a regular basis for months. So as far as getting any skiff of snow on here and wind and then sun to sort of heat up the black tin, it didn't work, because it's been one hell of a winter. And it's not just being like crazy cold, it's the humidity. Like, if this is true, mark my words, 6 months from now, we're gonna have one heck of a wet summer. Holy moly. Anyway, this stuff's not gonna push itself. Doesn't seem like much. Yeah, right. Holy moly. Oh sun, wherefore art thou, blazing ball in the sky? We grow tired of ye sparkly white nuss stuff falling down the back of my neck as I work. Okay. We're doing it, Harry. We're really doing it. So yeah, I did I tossed all my cabers. All my cabers are tossed in the hole. After she said, stop that. Anyway, so yeah, that is, oh crap, 30 sticks. Yeah, there's 15 per shelter. And yes, the old cull ladies are still here, waiting to go. It's ag days, which I hardly ever go to. I go when there's seminars I like, but I find just going and staring at big fancy shiny equipment is, it just kind of gets under my skin, to tell you the truth. So what are we doing? What are we doing, Piper Doug? Well, this might look a little odd to most, but because the ground is a little solid, a little firm to about, according to where I was cleaning out these holes, 3 feet down is where it starts getting a little bit more movable. So I need a way to triangulate up the top row, the north row, because that's north. So yeah, I will stay them up, as you can see. And then there's a whole bunch of tubifers, 16-footer tubifers right there. They're going to be the purlins for strapping the tin down on. And then there's 2x6s there, which will be the rafters. And then there's the 2x10s, which will be the beams. If that makes any sense, I might have just made up all that stuff. But tubifers, well then, once these are, I'll straighten them up, and then what I'll do is I'll go along here and I'll make sure they're all fairly in line, you know, not really all that important, but for aesthetics. Pro, once I get them all jigged to where they're to be and straight, then I will attach a tubifer at the bottom, and then I will pick these ones up till they're pretty well straight, screw them on, and then I'll do the same thing, sort of move the base of the posts in and out till they're fairly close, because these holes, they're not perfect. It doesn't have to be. It's a damn shelter. I'm not building the Taj Madougi. Yeah, I'll get them jiggy, and then finally straighten them up, and then move on. Stand it up, tubifer up to there, get her done. Because just so before as anyone else, this is 12 feet. That's 12 feet. That's 16. So yeah, a 16-foot tubifer will come up to here, so it'll end up triangulation. So once the whole thing is pretty well squared away for north and south wiggle, east and west wiggle is going to be an issue. So what I'll end up doing is I will triangulate the middle one on either shelter with some more tubifers down to those posts, because those posts are there to strengthen the back walls, because I learned that from the other one. You need to have posts in between for 16 feet centers to be strong, because animals will do what animals do. Anyway, so then what I do is once this is straight, and I'm going to shoot my laser levels, because I've got lasers. So one of these dull days, which there seems to be an awful lot of, I will fire the laser around here and then put markers on all the posts, figure out, because the middle one is the one where we have to get, because it's probably the shortest one. So that'll give us our main level to the top of these posts, and then we'll figure our pitch from there up, because longer, and then these are the same height, because they couldn't get ones in between. Damn it. Anyway, so then I'll put hangers on all these posts that those 2x10s will sit on, and then get screwed into the posts. And then that will give us our east to west. That'll start solidifying it all up. Anyway, that's a whole bunch of rabbiting on. Gonna get on, because I might just be filling everybody full of nonsense. So proof will be in the pudding and the eating thereof. Don't judge me. Whew. I don't know. I might not have a clue what I'm doing, but this is where we're at. So they line up pretty good. Good enough for me. There is 2 in the next barn, either end. Let's see if I can do this. So either end, the corner ones in the next barn are off quite a bit, and I think I knew that because when I was drilling the holes, the bit was jumping around all over the place, and I ended up breaking the top off the bit. So as you can see, yeah, so I'm gonna end up having to chip a whole bunch out to get this over, or I'll just get as close as I can and then add on another strip down the outside of this to hang the cross pieces, because it'll still be strong enough, it just won't be in line. Anyway, so as it stands, these posts are all straight up and down to the north and south. As you can tell, sun setting in the west. Now what's happening is I have to triangulate with the hypotenuse of the tangent to the east and west. So the back wall, the north wall, I can do that. So I triangulate this way. So once I triangulate them, because as you can tell, this one's way off. Once I triangulate these ones east to west, then I'll go back and adjust the north and south, because everything will have to move a little bit before I start putting on the big top 2x10s. So yeah, I got to do along the back wall. Then the problem is there's nothing to anchor east to west on the middle and south walls. So what I'll do is I will bring in another set of bales, either just put one there and triangulate the two middle posts to it, and then when I put the 2x10s up, I'll pull the other ones into line either direction and straighten them up from there. I'd rather do that than having to set a bale down for every single post, but if I have to, I will. But yeah, I'm actually quite surprised. For the most part, all the walls line up. For the most part. Until these are straightened up, I won't know how good in line north and south is, but I think for the most part, as long as they're fairly close, I can pull the top ends in for the 16-foot centers on the 2x10s. So yeah, that's where I'm at. We've got one more week of this lovely unnatural January weather before we go back into the deep freeze. And yes, the Herfrost is still around. Keeps falling down the back of my blang neck. Dang it. But so yeah, sadly this is what oh yeah, and the beast in the workshop, if I remember, I'll put a bit in at the end of this. He's almost ready to roll out of the shop. I've only got one extra bolt so far, so that's pretty good. Pretty good. There's another project about to come to the Shire, and it's something that has to happen before calving. just like this shed. So yeah, you're going to see that probably in the next video, because I've got to create brackets and mountings and do a bunch of stuff, but it will really help bring our calving operation into the next part of our business. We have a 5-year plan, so this is quite important, and we will give a big shout out to somebody, a family that has helped us do this, needless to say, because it would have been very expensive if it hadn't been for friends. So I am going to bid you adieu. You probably either have seen or about to see another video being uploaded, which is something totally different from a lot of my normal stuff, but hopefully you all get a kick out of it. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Daddy bye. Told you I had a laser. So yeah, all you do is you just point it and you throw a screw in where the laser hits it. Now this one's just a fairly low-tech one. You make sure that bubble is in the red circle there. Every so often you have to just adjust a little bit just to make sure you're close enough. I have one that spins, but it takes more batteries, so I like using this one. See, fairly straightforward, and it's good for quite a long ways away. See. Science. What you doing today, Piper Doug? I thought you were putting the top of the engine back together. It is. And then I was trying to start the truck, and then something occurred to me, and I kind of knew it. Yeah, this truck's a bit of a self-lubricator. What are you doing up there, Piper Doug? Where your fingers are, but you can't see? Yeah, no, we're
We're not up there at the ICP IPRs. This is the starter motor. 15 mil. Yeah. Starter motor's out of the truck now. Yeah, I'd kind of forgotten that you get like a second and a half of start of turnover and then it kicks out. So every time that the truck would almost like get to prime and start up, bing. No, it didn't make that noise. I just made that one up. So I gotta drop the starter motor. And for those who don't know, that's this thing here. So the solenoid is up here and you can't see it. You know what? You're small enough, you guys. You're gonna go on an adventure where I can't see. So yeah, up there, I think, I can't even see the screen. There's a 15 mil and a 10 mil for the electrical, it comes apart. Then up in there, over the back, there's a 13 mil. Then there's a 13 mil. And down here, there's another 13 mil. So, you've seen more than I can. I love my Fords. I love my Fords. I love my Fords. I love my Fords. So I'll bring you back when I've burnt the truck to the ground. Man, what a mess. If only there was a magic way to do all this cleaning. Wow! How amazing is that? Yeah. Anyway. So, there's an easy way to burn off $300 and something. Weird thing is, the size of that starter motor for a 6-liter V8, like that's literally half the size of the starter motor for the 7.3 that's in the 97 over there. Because believe you me, I know how much that one weighs compared to this. So yeah, it's like a $30 core. So it was like $310. But I had a sneaking suspicion that the starter might have been the original starter on that truck. So it was do it. Plus, as I found out, that tab there was broken on the old one. Because obviously somebody went to either work on it and didn't realize that there was another bolt out in the back that you can't see, and we're starting to pull on this and snap that. So, okay, now the fun job.